Hear me, Yellow Turbans. The world of peace you imagine relies on the trust you place in each other. Let us march to the end with our hearts as one. This time, we shall steer history onto the proper course.
Let's go.
So Zheng Zhao and the Yellow Turbans have caught their second wind? Then I'll grind them to paste and swallow them so they never rise again.
Am your adversary. Prepare yourself.
Let's go. All my might. Got you. Let's go. Looking rough.
I've proved I'm a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
This is getting nowhere. Let us squash this blood-drunk herd of sheep.
All my might.
Secret is ready to be brought down.
All my might. This'll do. You've whispered sweet ideas into their ears, only to send them to their deaths. What precisely do you intend to accomplish?
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I see the way where none face despair. That means overthrowing thieves and tyrants such as yourself.
You don't intend merely to take our place, do you? If you desire something greater, prove you have the might to achieve it.
Sincerest thanks. You, the divining.
Has trifling sentiment chained you? Giving certain dreams to those who stand at the precipice of despair. Such cruelty from the enforcer of heaven's mandate.
Let's go.
Prepared then. Go! Crush them beneath the heels of our massive army!
Rise up, yellow turbans!
The enemy officer
all of your strength
has been
here
defeated.
and now!
Sacred Bird protect us.
Quicker. Punch attack. Nice. Looking rough.
Have an horizon!
Easy. Easy. Looking rough.
The enemy officer
Such great
has been
strength.
defeated.
I'm pulling back for now.
Let's go.
Is that
It seems idealism can only take one so far.
Looking rough. Looking rough. Whoa. All my might.
Sacred Bird, protect us!
Let's go. This is quite the embarrassment. I think I'm gonna have to pull back.
Is that it? Sacred Bird, protect us! All my might!
Let's go.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Looking rough.
My sincerest thanks for you and your divine aid.
Let's give it to them.
All my might! All my might! All my might!
Looking rough.
All my might! Nice. I've been waiting. Calm down. I see you. All my might!
This'll do.
Sincerest thanks for you and your divine aid.
All my might!
This'll do.
Is that it? Stepping out here. Is that it? enemy officer has been defeated. Is that it? Now, the enemy officer has been defeated. I've been waiting for this. Got you! This'll do. Hunter down. Time to end this.
Time to attack. Time to act. Keep pressuring. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Jul's army is faltering. All my might. Only a little more, comrades. Keep pushing.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Succumb to my might.
Sacred First, protect us.
Can you handle this?
We'll see you. Time to act. That is. Sacred Bird, protect us! That in! That it! With all my might! This'll do! Time to act!
Swarm as you will. Wretches remain wretches. I'll show you the gulf in power that cannot be bridged.
We will not give in to these beasts of the hunt.
Succumb to my might.
Or let them take any more of us.
Succumb to my might.
Let them feel our pain and our spirit in the sting of our blades.
Succumb to my might. Take this. This is the end.
Sacred Bird, protect us. Looking rough. The enemy officer has been defeated. Looking rough. All my might. It's not over yet. Going down. Let's go.
Enemy officer has been defeated.
Succumb to my might.
This'll do. Time to act. All my might.
Idealism can only take one so far.
Swarm as you will. Wretches remain wretches. I'll show you the gulf in power that cannot be bridged.
We will not give in to these beasts of the Hun, nor let them take any more of us. Let them feel our pain and our spirit in the sting of our blades.
Looking rough.
So we've equalized the playing field. Trust me, and we'll do more than that. My sincerest thanks for you and your divine aid.
Sacred Bird, protect us!
Officer has been defeated. This'll do.
Can you handle this?
Out of my sight!
This'll do. Looking rough. Do it.
Sacred Bird, protect us!
Get it! Looking rough.
idealism can only take one so far.
Swarm as you will. Wretches remain wretches. I'll show you the gulf in power that cannot be bridged!
We will not give in to these beasts of the Han, nor let them take any more of us. Let them feel our pain and our spirit in the sting of our blades!
Succumb to my might!
My sincerest thanks for you and your divine aid.
Now we're back to even. We can do this.
Whoa. Looking rough.
Do it. Succumb to my might! Succumb to my might!
Let's go. Sacred Bird protect us. That it. That it. That it. Open it. Until death. All my might. Whoa.
I'll show you how it's done.
Out of my sight! Take it!
I have something worth fighting for.
Succumb to my might!
Nothing beats this. This should work. Nothing beats this.
You fool!
Let me see what you can do.
The truth of power is what I would die for. And none can escape its ruthlessness.
It is done. My second journey ends here. What happens next is up to you, Guardian of Peace. It has ended at last. I feel as though I've just awakened from a very long dream. When you rescued me, I also questioned whether it was real. But here we are, having come all this way. Finally, a morsel of praise. Few prizes are harder earned than this. We have taken back the peace that the throne and the yellow turbans stole from the people. This is as far as I go. The time has come for the yellow turbans to disband. Do not condemn me for forsaking my duty. I have carried the weight of this decision throughout our journey. We've brought down the court, at least for a time. No would-be tyrant will dare rear his head. But as it stands, the Yellow Turbans retaining power would only cast the world into disarray. Neither becoming a pawn of the throne, nor rising as a new ruler was ever my goal. And besides, yes, I suppose you have a right to know my true thoughts, as selfish as they are. When I pledged to welcome my comrades back into the fold, I also offered them all forgiveness. But truth be told, I still find it impossible to forgive myself. Because in the end, it was none other than I who deepened the world's struggles with so much needless grief. All this time, I have yearned for your judgment. That is, in spite of this longer life and renewed sense of purpose you've bestowed upon me. Which is why I must ask you, here and now, can one such as I be allowed to live as he chooses? Is a life darkened by the shadows of unforgivable sin even still worth living? But if I can truly be forgiven, then I wish to raise all within reach of my embrace up into the light. That is my answer to the divine will that spared me. So, you believe in me even though I do not? Then let us be off. Didn't I tell you? When I took your hand, I never intended to let go.
Ah, Liu Bei. People speak well of your recent exploits. You've become quite the steady hand, haven't you?
Yes. I've been working tirelessly wherever I am needed to make this peace more than just a fleeting dream. After the war, our decision to remain under the court's command caused some to cast the volunteer army as dogs of the Han. However, by scouring the land for problems to solve and tending to the people with a gentle hand, we have put such concerns to rest. After all, the volunteer army was built out of empathy for the commoners.
That's what I like to hear. And truth be told, I'm stretched just as thin as you are. As we speak, the throne's influence is spreading to every corner of the realm. Meanwhile, trying to govern such a diverse populace has brought new tensions to the fore. Jiangdong has a long history of dealing with cultures of all kinds. I can only promise to protect and lead them as one people. This duty I impose on myself also drives me to travel the land. I feel as though I am now faced with the very question I once pressed upon Zhang Jiao.
Zhang Jiao. Yes, of course. I'm sure the Guardian of Peace still stands by his side, even now.
Keeping yourselves busy, I see. Given your tireless efforts, I thought you could use a good healer. I've discovered a master of incense and herbs in a village in the mountains who has eased the pain of many. And he is said to be accompanied by a warrior of great power. Like you, I must also endure the throbbing head of one who rules with wisdom and restraint. Perhaps, when I find myself at wit's end, I'll make the journey to pay him a visit.
Doctor, your medicine has done it again. Thanks to you, my son's fever has broken completely. I picked a heaping basket of peaches just for you. So please, enjoy them later.
Thanks. And tell your boy to get some rest.
I will. Thank you so much.
He Jin even invited Dong Zhuo to the capital. What could he be planning?
The soldiers from Lyon are gathering in the capital? Looks like there's trouble afoot. The soldiers from Lyon are gathering in the capital? Looks like there's trouble afoot.
With all the chaos in the world, it doesn't even feel safe to walk out my...
So, you've come. I hear that you've recently been serving Wang Yun. How does Luoyang look through your eyes? Oh, is that how you see it? On the surface, it may seem like a prosperous capital. But that is nothing more than a facade. This city is like a great hollow tree. Its flesh is devoured by insects as it rots from within. One day, I will raze this entire city to the ground. And this very battle marks the beginning of that campaign. I'm sure there's quite a commotion in Luoyang right about now. After Grand General He Jin was slain by the 10 attendants, Yuan Shao and Cao Cao wasted no time in retaliating. Chaos in the court is all but certain, and the eunuchs will no doubt try to flee the capital with His Majesty. I shall seize that moment to make their power mine. And I've called you here to help me do just that. Your strength will be put to good use. Then, we can get right to it. Come with me. There will never be a dull moment. You'll see. The War Council starts now. And yes, your attendance is required. Listen. I disagree. Hey! Very good.
I am Juha, your steadfast wing.
Move out! Capture Changzhang, the leader of the 10 attendants. We cannot allow the very symbol of the Han to be taken by palace eunuchs. You come with me, and be prepared, as there will be no time to dawdle.
The folks up top want you dead. Great handsome for a bunch of scum like us to do the deed.
A self-serving eunuch hiring bandits with stolen gold? Pathetic. If he's shelling out, he should at least hire real warriors, eh?
How much longer, Your Majesty? I, Changzhang, will protect you from those who wish you harm. All right, the carriage has gone. Close the gate! We are ordered to stop all that
The enemy
attempt to
officer
pass through!
has been defeated.
End this here!
Tables.
Believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Now! Take that! Lord Changzhang, the carriage can no longer move. It appears that there is a crack in the axle.
Did we push too hard? Fix it quickly, before they catch up.
Take this! Stay sharp.
Let's get serious.
And open it. Looking rough. Gotta be quick, right? Struggling again.
It's this!
All my might!
We are now
The
equal.
enemy officer
Right then.
has been defeated.
Let's go pay them back in full. Splendid as ever. Unleash those keen fangs to your heart's content.
Let's go!
They're pushing back. We need to dig deep. Provide backup.
Take this!
Plenty of bandits about. Wipe them out if they wish to stand in our way.
Those guys are veterans. If this keeps up, we're done for. Hey! There's a village over there! Let's get our dues there instead of risking our lives for nothing.
Start the advance. Take this.
They strike the village and avoid us. A pitiful act, but a necessary one to survive. Leave them be. Always consider the sacrifice that must be made to achieve your goals.
Please! No! We won't be able to survive without that! Take this! No! No! How could you? The enemy officer
Thanks for this.
has been defeated.
This'll be our key. All right, let's get out of here before we gotta face those guys. Take this. Is that it? Let's go. Take this. Let's go.
If Zhang is escaping with His Majesty, they should pass through here. Let's go, Diao-chan. We must save him.
Understood, Father. As your sword, I shall see to it that your problems are solved.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
A nice target's shown up. Let's smash him and rake in the coin.
Their inability to gauge the strength of their opponents shows their ineptitude. Let's make them realize their folly.
Lord Dongzhuo. You know the whereabouts of that deceiver, Zhang?
We are chasing him this very moment. Lend me your strength, her blade included.
Very well. Diao-chan, go and assist him.
As you wish, Father.
All my might. Take this. All my might. Take this. I've been waiting for this. I see it. Take this. Let's get serious.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Take this. It's looking rough.
This isn't over!
I did not expect to see you here. Has Lord Dongzhuo hired you?
Prepare yourselves.
Let's talk about this later. We must rescue His Majesty.
Now this is a problem. How shall I rid myself of this annoyance?
Damn it! Our efforts weren't enough!
With all my might.
Turn the table. Get ready, comrades. The time has come to show the results of our training. The enemy officer has been defeated. Take
My race is run for now! With all my might! Take this! Is that it?
We're evenly matched. Now, to show them what we're made of.
Looking rough. Must stay sharp.
Can you handle this?
Got you. Let's go. The enemy
Cannot fall
officer
here.
has been defeated. Looking rough. All my might. The enemy officer
for a good old
has
fight.
been defeated.
Get ready!
You are very useful indeed.
All my might! Fight! Time to attack!
Can you handle this?
I see you. Take this! I must stay sharp. I see it all.
I have something worth fighting for. This should work. Nothing beats this! This should work. This should work. Try to move away.
Lord Changzhang, the repairs to the carriage are complete. It should hold for now.
Well done. Get the carriage moving. We must leave this place post haste.
Time to act. All my might!
So, you are under Lord Dongzhuo's command. If that is your decision, then there is nothing for me to say.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
This smells irksome lot. Close the gates. That should buy us enough time to loot them. All my might.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Closing the gates to abandon his own.
The enemy
Zhang
officer
Zhang's decisions
has
are
been
sound.
defeated.
Their resistance is futile. Cut them down and force the gates open. I have been awaiting your arrival eagerly. That is how much I value your service.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's go. Removed all who stand in our way. Let us hurry. We cannot let Zhang get away. Start the advance!
We shall go another way. After all, if I were Zhang, I would set a trap. On the advance!
Let's go. Strike now! Let this cliff become their army's headstone! Damn! Zhang has set up an ambush! We cannot afford any delays!
Zhang has come running right to us, just as Lord Dongzhou imagined. Don't let him get away! Begin advancing!
Thanks to Wang Yun's advance, the enemy presence is limited here. It should be easy for my forces to break through.
I thought the enemy went that way. What are we to do? We're outnumbered.
Damn it! Our efforts weren't enough! Lord Dongzhou will have to forgive you, but you must assist us. You are our only hope.
Take this!
Are you worried about my well-being? It makes me happy to hear that I am in your thoughts.
Cannot hold out for much longer. You are a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms. Bring him down. Looking rough. Looking rough.
Demoralize the enemy with a surprise attack. Then devastate them however you want.
Ambush! Fight fair and square, you cowards! All my might!
This is tough, no matter how you slice it.
Get us here! Is that it?
this area to you.
End this here!
Turn the tape.
All my might!
Looking rough. The enemy officer has been defeated.
To have let that pathetic Changjiang slip away. What an utterly disgusting outcome.
I thought the enemy went that way. What are we to do?
Let's go.
We're outnumbered.
Allies are doing well. The enemy officer is going, has been defeated.
We cannot hold out for much longer.
Let's go.
Demoralize the enemy with a surprise attack. Then devastate them however you want.
An ambush! Fight fair and square, you cowards! Prepare yourselves.
Lord Dongzhuo will have to forgive me. But you must assist us. You are our only hope.
Were you worried about my well-being? It makes me happy to hear that I am in your thoughts.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I cannot express how welcome this is.
No choice but to retreat.
This is tough, no matter how you slice it. The enemy officer has been defeated. I see it. Sorry. I'll leave this area to you.
There we go!
What's next?
There we go!
To have let that pathetic Changjiang slip away. What an utterly disgusting outcome.
I thought the enemy... that way. What are we to do? We're outnumbered.
blessing. You shall lead us
The
into
enemy
a new
officer
era.
has been defeated. Our allies are doing well. Keep it going.
Hold out for much longer.
Let's go.
Demoralize the enemy with a surprise attack. Then devastate them however you want.
In ambush! Fight fair and square, you cowards!
Get prepared. Stay sharp. Table set.
Good eye!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
No matter how you slice it.
Can you handle this?
The enemy officer has been defeated.
That was wondrous. You really are a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
I'll leave this area to you.
Let's get serious.
Everyone now!
Let's go. Let's go.
To have let that pathetic Changjiang slip away. What an utterly